All right. Hello, everyone. Good to see you guys. Thank you so much for joining in. And I'm super excited to welcome our very special guest, Judy. Judy, how do I pronounce your last name correctly? That was my first question.
I know. It's because it's an Israeli name, so it's Bahar, right? But I live in America, so it's Beshar. It has like a French texture to it.
Welcome.
Beshar.
So, yeah, I love it. I love it. And I think it definitely plays the role,
Right.
the pronunciation, right? Okay,
Exactly.
yeah. Okay, excellent. So I see we're online. Everything's perfect. And Judy, thank you so much for joining us today. Well, as I'd like to introduce my audience to you a little bit, we have
Mm-hmm.
amazing crowd of Russian-speaking people who learn English from like 56 countries. And
Beautiful.
yeah, thank you very much. And every week, I'm bringing very interesting people who've seen
Mm-hmm.
the world, who use, for my personal opinion, use their potential to the fullest, and flourishing, prospering. So we have these conversations, very personal conversations, just to show how it is and share some successful actions. So it's going to be an interview, and again, thank you so much for joining in. How are you today?
Absolutely. I'm fabulous. It's a great day, Sunday, Father's Day today. It's all the days is today.
Exactly. It's a big thing in America, and I mean in a lot of countries in
Yes.
the world. Yeah.
Yes. And I love it. They give a Mother's Day, so for the mother, and then there's the Father Day, and there's the Family Day. It's beautiful. I think it's important. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody should be acknowledged in its turn. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, so, Judy, so let's jump into it. And my first question, if you could tell us a little bit about yourself, and what you do, because your profession, I think, is super interesting, and about your background a little bit.
It is. Okay. So first of all, I just celebrated 50 last week.
Happy
And I feel,
birthday!
yeah, thank you. And I feel better than ever. So I was born and raised in Israel. And, being a little girl, I always sing. So that's my profession. I'm a professional singer. And for the last 4 years, I created a music studio where I teach piano and mostly singing. And I want to give the opportunity to anyone who would like to sing. So right now I have about 52 students. During these 4 years, I had around 400 students. And the motto is, if you can talk, you can sing. If you can walk, you can dance, right? So the name of my business is You Can Sing, exclamation mark, right? And I have a lot of people coming to me crying. And I'm talking to you about business, men and women, housewives, the kids, anyone. And they have a charge, like if they have something in their heart about somebody told me I cannot sing, or I think I cannot sing, or I sound awful. I tried to say la 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 when I was 5, and my mom would say, shush, you sound awful. It started there. And if somebody doesn't like your singing, you will not pursue it. That's how it looks like it, right? So I'm there to whisper in their ears, hey, you can sing. And I actually developed a beautiful program for anyone to sing. And I take them like you take a little child by his hand, and I walk them through this program. And at the other end of the program, and I'm talking about sometimes after 2, 3 lessons, they sing, they hold the mic professionally, they can go to karaoke's, they can even, and then as I work with them, they work on their own special show. So anyone with a goals, that's what I do. I ask them, what is your goal? What do you want to achieve? Anyone is different, right? So some do want to conquer the world. I said, let's go for it. I never say no. I have an 83 years old woman.
Wow.
She drives almost 2 hours every week for her singing lessons. She opened her mouth and she sings in opera. I cried, right? And she wants to go to America's Got Talent. And I said, let's do it. We register and she's going to be there. You know what? She's a beautiful person. She's beautiful in face and she sings beautifully. And she wants to show the world that older people can still reach their goals and dreams. Isn't that beautiful, Tanya?
Wow, it is beautiful. You know, it's funny. Just today I was talking to my students and saying, hey, it's never too late to dream a dream. I mean, never abandon what you want to do in life. Never. And actually, the most rewarding thing you can ever do is think about things you wanted to accomplish in life.
Right.
And go ahead and accomplish them. No matter how old you are, no matter how, you know, like how you think it's too late or it's too early, doesn't matter. Yeah. Amazing.
Absolutely. Wow, absolutely. You're so right. And, you know, I feel like in the age of 6 months, I know what my purpose is. I swear to God, because I was learning English when I was even 4 and 5. I used to sing, you know, my mom used to show me some TV series and music. And I start to, it's like I prepare myself, like I knew I'm going to come, because in Israel, it's fine. You know Hebrew, but then you need to know other languages, right? And good for me, my mom speaks Spanish because she's from Spain, so I know Spanish. And in school in Israel, we learned English and French. So I learned French, and so I speak French and I sing in French. I also live in Paris for, you know, a few months just to get the notion of what is the language, right? And Italian, I sing opera, so I know Italian, right? And I think knowing languages just open up your space so broadly that you can communicate to more people. And it's more than that. You know, when you talk the language of the person, he loves you immediately. He feels you honor him. You know?
It's true.
And I speak Spanish, so I go to Mexico and I perform, and the guy says, "Sí, señora," and I said, "Sí, por favor." So I speak his language. Immediately, it's like you're one of us. It's unbelievable. You know, when I say shalom, which is hi, shalom in Hebrew, and somebody says shalom, and he speaks Hebrew to me, and I'm like, wow, you immediately have a high affinity for the person. So knowing languages is number one in this world, particularly. And you know what, Tanya?
Yeah.
Because I know English, I can actually live in America for the last 9 years and teach and be a music producer and give the people my knowledge in their own language so they can really understand. And it gives me the opportunity to help millions of people because I did an online course in English, and it's a privilege. So I think the language is a very, very strong tool, especially English when, you know, most of the people speak this language around the world. Although I know a bit of Russian, just, you know.
Say again?
Ты хочешь суп? Нет. Почему? Потому что я не голодная.
Oh my God.
I sing in Russian as well. Я люблю тебя до слез. Do you know this song?
Absolutely. Do you mind if I ask you on behalf of the audience to sing for us in Russian a little bit?
Oh my God, no, don't do this to me, because I just know this. I know Калинка, Калинка, Калинка моя, красива Калинка, Калинка моя. You know that in Israel, there are like almost 2 million Russians. Yeah. My best friend at school, her name was Belushka. She taught me Russian because I told her, look, in the age of 16, I asked her, Bella, if I go to Russia and I'm thirsty, how I would like to say, я хочу вода. She told me, I want water, right? У меня длинные волосы.
Oh my God.
Я иду в школу. Бандики. All these beautiful words. I'm like, wow. And you know what, Tanya? I just had a realization that language is a whole new world. It's like the language of music, the language of Russian, the language. When you know the language, I was in Tokyo, I don't really speak Japanese, but I prepare myself and I learned a song in Japanese and I bought a kimono and I stand and I start konnichiwa, which means hello, and arigato, which means thank you. And I started to sing in Japanese. They were like, what? Because they do not expect you to do it. But if you do it, it's very appreciative between us people. It's very, they accept you easier.
Yeah, 100%. This is so much reality instantly. And I mean, I've seen it thousands of times when it's like one word actually matters. It's literally like shalom, and everybody's like, oh my God.
Oh my God.
Exactly. Or like privet, or something like that. I mean, your level, your Russian level
is high.
Surprised our audience. Like I see already comments. This is amazing.
Спасибо большое. Спасибо большое. I love большое. I have to tell you a story. Can I tell you a story?
Of course. Go ahead.
One day I'm performing in hotel in Israel. I was about 28 years old. And I see there is this guy, serious guy, sitting like that all during my show. Then he comes to me and he say, hello, in a Russian accent. My name is Gregor. He was the conductor of the choir, the Red Choir in Russia. You know what I'm talking about? The big, how do you call them in Russia? The Red Choir?
The choir, but like
the Bolshoi choir, like the big choir. He was the conductor.
Wow.
And he came to Israel because they perform. And he stayed in this hotel and he listened to me and he said, you have one of the most greatest voice I've ever heard. And I was, thank you. And he was upset. He said, you come to my room. I let you listen to 6 different singers that sings Granada. And you tell me who you like most. And he asked me before that, who do you think is the most important, beautiful singer you think? I said, Pavarotti. And then he put those 6 singers, one after the other. And he said, you tell me who did you like? But he didn't tell me who is singing, right? I didn't choose Pavarotti. I choose Franco Corelli, Caruso, Beniamino Gili. These are the 3 opera singers. And I was shocked. So you see, he opened my eyes because he had worked with big voices all around the world. And him, being in Russia, we know that culture in Russia is the top. I used to dance ballet and play the piano. All my piano teachers were Russian. And they were like strict, like music is music, right? You need the time, you need to practice. But I love it because with this restriction, you actually can get somewhere, right? And I love my teacher, but it's amazing how I was connected to a lot of Russian people during my life, like my best friend at school, my music teachers, this guy from the Bolshoi choir. It was amazing. And they're all connected to art and music. It's like Russia for me is culture. That's what it represents.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that. Like when you come to like Moscow or St. Petersburg, it's like it's a museum, and it's like it's there's so many choice, so much choice. Okay, amazing, Judy. So you sing in different languages. That's what I picked up from what you said, right? So it's what, English, Hebrew, French,
yes, Spanish,
and Italian.
Yes. And
and also in different genres, right? Like, because I was honored to hear you sing opera. That was the first time actually I heard you, and I was like, oh my God, opera, this is amazing. And the second one was you were singing in French, and I was like, wow, this sounds amazing. So would it be okay if I ask you to sing something for us? Something you picked up?
Absolutely. I actually wanted to suggest that because I know that the Russian culture love very much the French culture.
Yes.
They love the French chanson. I know Lara Fabian is very much successful in Russia. She's one of the greatest French singers. So today I actually want to sing to all my friends, my Russian friends, the song La Vie en Rose, which means beautiful life full of roses. And here it goes. Les yeux qui font baisser le mien, un rire qui se perd sous sa bouche. Voilà les portraits sans retouche, dans le monde auquel j'appartiens. Quand il me prend dans ses bras, il me parle tout bas. Je vois la vie en rose. Il me dit des mots d'amour, les mots de tous les jours, et ça me fait quelque chose. Il est entré dans mon cœur une part des bonheurs dont je connais la cause. C'est lui pour moi, pour lui dans la vie. Il me l'a dit, il l'a joué pour la vie. De que je l'aperçois, alors je sens en moi mon cœur qui bat.
Wow, bravo, guys. Let's put some comments in the chat. Okay, that was amazing. That was amazing, Judy. Thank you so much for singing for us.
You're welcome, Tanya. Yeah, it's fun. Singing is a very, very important part of my life. Thank you, guys. I wish I could see you all, but I feel you. I feel your vibes, and it's good. Yes, learn languages. English, let's start with English. It's a very, very good start. If you ask me how I have my good English is from learning at school for sure, because in Israel, Hebrew, you only can talk in Israel. So right. If you are lack of other language, you are lost in the ocean of confusion, because if you don't understand what the other person is talking about, or you cannot read the signs or anything, mm-hmm. Also, let's say you want to change a place, you want to come and live in the United States. If you don't know English, it really limits your space and approach and reach for other things, right? Makes sense.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So good. So what gave you, like, you mentioned you moved to the United States 9 years ago. Like, mm-hmm. Why did you decide to make this transition? And why was this situation to make?
Okay, so I wanted to expand. Okay, expand as a singer. I sang all around the world. I sang also in Vegas and Paris and stuff. But I felt like living in the United States opens more possibilities, and it did. I love my country, Israel. I go there every year. I have a family there, but it's small for me in my occupation as a singer. Now I get to perform in Chicago, in New York, in Mexico. It's very close. I love New York, Washington, DC. I can go to Canada, and it's all around here. And first of all, Florida is a gorgeous place. It's very calm. It's beautiful. The ocean here is gorgeous. Nice people. There is nice culture here. I love being here. And I think after 40 years living in Israel, it's fine. It's okay to change. And also I have good friends here. So it's very important,
Yeah, interesting to hear, to hear your thoughts about this, because for my
Yeah.
husband and I, it's pretty much the same reason. It's like, I
Uh-huh.
remember I very vividly remember when we met and we were discussing, we were just starting dating, and I was like, he was living in Israel, I was living in Russia at that time, and I'm like, would you consider moving to the United States, because that's something, I'm looking into. And he's like, yeah, actually, I was having the same thoughts, because Israel is small. At some point, I feel like this is going to be too little for me. It was literally like the same words. And I'm like,
You
yeah,
see? Yeah.
amazing. That's why we made this transition as well. Yeah.
Yes. And knowing languages helps you to create this space. It makes me feel I can do it. You understand what I'm saying?
Of
Because
course.
I see people that are, wow, like I don't know English, so how will I be there and what do I do? And I say, it's a barrier, you know? So I feel blessed that I know all these languages and I sing in all these languages. I made myself do it. You know, my daughter, before we came, she was 2 years old. She started to learn the ABC by herself from the internet on YouTube, singing
Wow.
all the songs. And I'm like, why is she preparing herself? You know, she just knew. It's, it's
This is
amazing.
amazing.
Kids
Yeah,
are amazing. Yes.
that's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, Judy, very well. So, obviously, moving to the United States was one of the changing points in your life, something like a turning point for you to expand. Could you remember any other like turning points and the lessons you've learned along the way, something which life showed you and probably build your character, something like you would like to share?
There were many. You know, as a singer, you meet a lot of people, and as an artist, you have a lot of ups and downs. And the main thing is to observe. Look, I found out that in life, the terminals, the people around you that you choose, mainly you choose, I'm not talking about family, has to be people that have, let's say, positive way of life, you know,
Right.
positive, like they want to help. If somebody doesn't want to help you, you better run away. Yeah, people who likes to help, they are the people you should be with. Now, as an artist, not everybody wants you to shine and to be big, right? I remember I moved to Paris, as we talked about, and I met their big producers because I wanted to expand. And everybody say how amazing I am and how blah, blah, blah. But you know, at the end of the day, they didn't go forward or they didn't really help me, or they, oh, we're sorry, we do that. So you feel like it's not it's not easy to be in this situation. It's not like you know, sometimes it was dangerous for me as a young artist. And but I always, you know, had my eyes open and I said, okay, I'm not going this route, because as much sometimes we really want to pursue something
Mhm.
and we're so blind about it that we crash our other, you know, our family life or friends or who we are. So I'm saying pursue your dreams, but don't let other like crash your dreams. You know what I mean? It's like you need to be very alert. But once you do that, when like here now I have the right terminals, and also, you know, in life, if you are dominated by others or somebody else is deciding for you and you cannot be a real cause, you're in a very bad position. So
Right.
everything you do in life, you should know how to start it, change it, and stop it. It's like you're in a car and somebody else drive the car, and this someone else is crazy. He will take the car for, we don't want to know, right?
Yeah.
So it's better that you will always, you know, you will be the driver, you will decide where you go and you go there. So that's my, you know, my
Yeah.
my main thing about it. Yeah.
Yeah, this is amazing. Like, I'm doing this every week and I'm speaking to people, and it's actually the environment thing just pops up every time. I mean, it's unbelievable. Like, everybody is saying the same thing, like how important your environment is,
Right.
in pursuit of your goals, and how important it is to actually understand who is around you, who you're dealing with, if you can trust this person. I mean, this is, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's the terminals, it's the place. Look, I always tell my student here, they think that if they have a great voice, that's it. I say, no, it's like, I'm saying, when you make a cake, you only use cocoa? No, it has ingredients, right? Ingredients has to have a certain quality. Now, if you take them all together, then you have a great cake. But you cannot make a cake from one ingredient. So in singing, yeah, you need a great voice, or not a great voice, but a good voice, okay? But then you need to know how to sing the song, how to communicate the song, how to hold the mic, how to have your stage manners, your stage performance. What do you say? What do you not say? How do you act? You know, it's so many things that can lead you to success. And of course, it's the song choice of songs that you do. And all of this leads you to your success. Success does not consist of one thing. And if you want to be successful, you have to just keep going, keep going. And I like to say to my students, let's say you sing and you committed an error in your singing, or you forgot the lyrics or whatever. Do not attract attention to it. Just ride on top of it. So in life, you will always get barriers, always. There's no way you will not have a barrier, right? But what do? You keep looking at your target, at your purpose, and you just ride on top of your barrier. Sometimes it will be easier, sometimes not. But what you need to do is be consistent. When I came here to America, it wasn't easy. It's not immediately, no, because, you know, I left Israel. Israel is in Asia. I came to America. It's another continent, another language. Me and my husband is an amazing artist. This is his art, by the way. It's beautiful painting just here. Yes, one of his many paintings. And we came here, you know, you don't know nobody. We came with a little girl. And you need to restart your life at the age of 40. But when the purpose is big and you really want it, you make it go right. It just has to be real for you. Because I believe, I heard Barbara Streisand said once, the moment you know what you want and it's real and it's true, the physical universe bound to you. You will do whatever you want it to. Isn't that beautiful?
Oh, that's beautiful.
And it's
I love it.
so true, Tanya. And so the moment you really know what you want to do and accomplish, and it's always about, it has to involve helping others. It's not about, I want to be a millionaire, which is good. It's nice. I love money. I make a lot of money. We all should make a lot of money, but it's not like our goal, right? We want to help others. That's, for me, that's my main existence. And while we're doing it, we flourish and prosper, and we help more, we become more. Every time we give more, we get more. And that's how I see it, you know? So it's fun. Actually, I conduct a very fun life. They have their ups and downs, but mainly they're like this. Maybe they go up a little bit, go down, but they are very successful because it's what I chose to do.
Yes, and that's the best. Yeah, you actually living your life, you know, and you pursue your dreams.
Right.
Good. I love that you mentioned that it was not easy in the beginning when you made this transition and moved to another country, which is United States, obviously. So one thing which helped you, what I picked up is basically, you know, having your dream and continue no matter what. You just, okay, you failed here, you stood up, you know, you continue. Okay, let's do it another way. So this persistence is definitely one of the keys to success. So what else, like what probably character traits, characteristics you had to develop in yourself to actually make it?
Oh, like, wow. It's not to, okay, the first thing is don't stop believing in what you want to achieve. Don't stop. No matter what, okay? Now, hard work is like you're doing it. Like today, I teach between 8 to 9 hours a day. And it's a lot. But when the day is done, I'm like, wow, it's like You know, sometimes I have 10 classes a day, but they go fast because I love what I'm doing. I have 9-year-old till 87-year-old. I have people that are Jewish, atheist, all religions. Okay, some like to sing at church, so they sing all these beautiful, you know, church songs. I love it. I teach them because they want to stand there and sing to the people at the church. I love it. Another one wants to sing to her daughter. Another, you know, they all have their goals. And it's a privilege for me to help mankind sing. For me, I'm like a factory of producing good energy to the world, because every student of mine is going. And now people reaching me and say, hey, do you have a student that can perform here? Hey, can we use your students to? Absolutely, you know? So I'm also a music producer, and I produce music videos. So this way, if they're really good, you know, some of them write their own songs. I always prompt them to write their own songs, right? So we create their music production, and then we create on that a music video, so we can put their content on YouTube, and they become known, and then they're so happy. And some of the stories are phenomenal. Like, I have a doctor, he's a kid doctor. He's young, good looking. All of his life, he wanted to sing. When he came to me, he was like, nah, I don't think I blah, 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 you know? We started working. Suddenly, I found out that he has a gorgeous voice, like amazing. And today we're actually creating his second song and his second music video. So he said, Judy, I can't believe I'm 50. I said, yeah, and? So don't get into this, bullshit that if you are 50 or 60 or 70 or even 80, you cannot keep going and creating. Who said that? It's not true, okay? I have a student that he's 87, he has cancer in his mouth. Wow. Okay, he has a hole right here. He sings. He comes every week, and that keeps him more vivid, and he sings beautifully. So anyone can sing, Tanya. Swear to God. It's like, and for me, doing this and helping those people, I become their mother, their father, the sister they never had, whatever. I become whatever to help them reach their goal. So I feel like we're one family, and that's what makes me doing it. So for your question is, you need to do something worthwhile, and everything worthwhile in this universe needs some tears, sweat, and blood. If not, it's not really as big as you wanted it, right? But then when you are on top of it, you're gonna fly. You're gonna just fly.
Yeah, love it. So Judy, my next question is, I think it's a good point to ask it. You know, a lot of people, actually I have two questions. Let me ask the first.
Yes.
So art, right? So art for many people is like, some people saying, you know, you need to be born an artist. I mean, you already mentioned that everybody can sing. Like, if you can talk, you can sing. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, so obviously singing is a part of art in general. So what is art for you? Like, for you personally, what does it mean?
Oh, good question, because there's a lot of confusion in this area. What is art and you know, blah, blah, blah. It's very simple. Art is communication, because when you're on stage, what do? You communicate to people, right? So I believe as an artist, you're interested in the art. The art is the things that is interesting. So let's say I perform. So the audience are interested in the song, and I'm interested in the song. So we're both, you know, are interested in the same thing. That's why good songs last forever. Take Beethoven, for example. Beethoven lived here 400 years ago, but his music, da 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 da, ba 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 ba, everyone knows this. How come? Because it's interesting. It's good. So it's keep going, right? So Art is communication. You can look let's look at this. You see this painting behind? You can look at it and say, wow, I love it, or it's okay, right? Now, you don't really care what brushes the painter used or the number of the color of all these things. You just look at it and is this communicates to me or not? Simple as that, right? That is art. And art, I heard a very known actor from Hollywood saying that art is actually, it's not something nice to have. It's not like a luxury. It's vital for our lives. Because if we do this and all art disappears from the universe, we will sink deep to the ground, you know?
100%.
Art keeps us here. And the most differentiation between artists and other people is that artists can communicate in a higher level. That's it. But in the overall, anyone is an artist if he creates.
Yeah, totally, 100%. Like
Right?
I totally agree. Like I remember the performance you did, and there was this international crowd.
Right.
And I mean, because of this communication on a very high aesthetic level, like all these people, doesn't matter where they came from, what political views they had, they became one group. You know,
Exactly.
they became one group because everybody agreed on the beauty of your voice, on the beauty of the song. They had a huge reality on the song. And I mean, it was so much easier to communicate to each other after this performance because, I mean, people went so much like, it's, I don't know, they just, it looks like it's almost like a spiritual experience, you know, what happens. Because I mean, before the concert, all these people are, you know, single groups, people sit with each other, you know, speak their own language. And then suddenly an artist comes, you know, sing a song. Everybody's like, wow, this is amazing. There's this huge agreement. And it just changes the room. You know, it changes the room. It's only
amazing.
art can do this kind of stuff. Like only art. I mean, it's amazing. Yeah.
It's true. It's true. I mean, you see a show of Queen, you know, Freddie Mercury or Aretha Franklin, or you see people from all walks of life, all religions, all colors, all whatever. They're like, they're united, they're one, they're singing the song, right?
Exactly. We
Beautiful.
are the champions.
We are the champions. No time for losers. He was a genius. Oh my goodness. Thank God for all these artists. And I don't know why this society wants to put them down, but I'm like, no, let's give power to those who gives us power. I don't think artists should pay taxes. I don't think nothing. I think they should. You know, Mozart died when he was 36 years old. I did a whole research about him and his life because he was the #1 composer for me. And I remember I went to the university one day and just, you know, listen to music and reading about his life. So when he was 3 years old, he already played the violin. His father was his first teacher. He was very strict. I don't know if he was a very kind person. I'm not sure. But Mozart, so you told me, you asked me, is an artist or yes, absolutely 100%. You know, as a spiritual being, which I know I am, I've been an artist most of the times. Maybe I did something else sometimes, but I want to be an artist. I hear mama says, no, don't be. Yes. Because this world, it twisted the arts, right? No. Artists, they take drugs, they blah, blah. No. Artists, we need to give power to artists. And that's exactly what I'm doing now. So I have people coming, youth that comes to my studio, and I ask them, do you smoke? And they say, yeah, just marijuana. And I said, okay, you cannot do that here. I'm sorry. People that take drugs are not a part of the You Can Sing family. And say, I'm not going to touch it. And I say, look, drugs are harmful. They are poison. and they kill your vocal cords. Is like taking a Stradivarius. You know what Stradivarius is? It's the most expensive violin in the world, and put it in the rain. It's like crazy as that. And I say, you're a singer. Why would you like to hurt your body, right? And I explained to the youth that marijuana, it's not natural. It's like a bite of a snake. It's also natural, but you don't want to get it, right? So the idea is to sing, try, and just to spread what you have. I tell them, make music your drug. Huh?
Nice. Yeah.
So here you go. So an artist is an artist, and anyone that conduct creative life is an artist. Now there's an artist to be in the music. There's an artist like my husband. There's an artist like me that I sing. But everything is art in life. If you live your life with, and you create on that, you're an artist.
Yeah, I love it. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, actually, life itself is an art, and it can be a part of art, like a piece of art, if you make it so.
It's true. Anyone has a question? Does your audience have a question? I'm wondering.
Okay, guys, if you have any questions, just put it in the chat. At the moment, I just see amazing, that's awesome. So it's just
okay.
Like everybody is in it 100%. Yeah, guys, go ahead and ask your question if you have any. Otherwise, I'm just continuing mine.
Okay, good.
I think we just, as you said, when something is interesting, your attention is here. Like it's 100% here. So right. You're doing a great job. It's very interesting to be listening to you. That's awesome.
Thank you, Tanya. My honor.
Absolutely. So yeah, one of my last questions would be about happiness, because people, again, like, what I think, having traveled, again, how many countries have you ever counted how many countries did you travel to?
No, but a lot.
Yeah. So you definitely can relate to what I'm going to say, because I've traveled a lot as well. And I mean, people, it doesn't matter like nationality or whatever, people try to be happy. Like that's probably the common denominator around the world, right? So what does happiness mean to you?
Hard work and
hard work. Okay.
Hard work in a good man. It's not. I'm not talking about taking bricks and working in the sun. No, it's persistence and helping others. For me, I'm happy. I thought that all my life I wanted to be a big star, like a professional singer, which is not bad, and I did my share. And I performed, and I got a lot of wow. But to tell you the truth, me teaching now as a voice coach, helping people get out of any circumstances that is not good for them, and seeing them achieving their goals. And I see here parents crying because their daughter never say a word or sing at home. She came here, she's like that. Suddenly she holds a mic and she sings. They're crying. For me, that's happiness. It's not all about me. Because when I see it's like, but I grow to that, it's not like, I want others to be happy and I don't care about myself. No, it starts with yourself. But because I see myself as someone that needs to help others, period. If I don't do that every day, something is missing. Right. So I'm not in the research about wealth. I don't think it's happiness. Yes, make a lot of money so you can have the energy to help others and live great life. I have a beautiful house. I have a beautiful car. I like my vacation. No problem about that. Absolutely have fun. Have fun is part of being happy, right? But at the end of the day is how much help you got delivered. That's the main thing. And really, and it doesn't have to be now save the world. Don't you save the world is too big. You start with one and then another one and then another one. That's what you do. In your field of, what you do, you think how you can help others. And when you do that, the world will always give you more, love you more, and enhance you, when you do that. Yes. Happiness is like, it's also the way until you get to where you want, right? That's a true happiness. It's that you're doing it. There's the ups and downs. That's how you learn, right? By doing the things, that's how you learn. That's how you become stronger, wiser, and mainly you observe and you see there's a lot in life, a lot. Now, mostly we take things from the TV, from what our parents told us, from school, but the best thing is to look for ourselves and to see what's right for us. Well, not what, okay, I hear you, mama, I hear you, papa, okay, but what is right for us? Finding who we really are. That's the key. Because when you know who you really are, then you know what you really want, right?
Exactly.
And then it's easy. If life becomes a stress, there is a lie there. There is something you're doing wrong.
Yeah, 100%. I love it. So for sure, people can become more happy already now. Either just,
Absolutely. It's a decision.
Yeah.
And doing this. They need to do stuff. They need to do. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Judy, there's a question from the chat. You asked for it.
Oh my God, yes.
Okay, no, that's actually a good one. So France is asking, Judy, do you have a YouTube channel, something like that, if I start to learn to sing, or where can I find more information?
Ooh, so I actually, first of all, she can find me on, I can give you my website. This is judybeshar.com, right?
Yeah, just a second, guys. We're gonna post the website below the video after it's after the live is finished, so you can just go ahead and find it there. Yeah,
exactly. She can contact me because I just finished working on my online singing course. It's a 10 videos, very simple. It's all about an hour videos, sorry. And they teach you how to breathe correctly, singing, it's very light, but very educative. I can send this link to you as well after it. That's how they can, and then they get a free lesson with me after they buy it, to see that they're doing it correctly and that if they need any help or anything. Absolutely.
Okay, that's amazing. We're going to post all the links below this video. And Anatoly is asking,
yes,
Judy, what is the best way to train my voice? I mean, it sounds like a general question, but what?
Yeah, to train your voice, well, first of all, is to keep it from overusing it. Meaning, sometimes we talk and the person is right in front of us and we excessively use our voice. So I suggest, first of all, phones, and if someone is next to you, just talk calmly, not. Now, in my course, I give a few warm-ups, drills for the voice, because our vocal cords are here and they are like that. They're horizontal and they're acting as any other muscle in the body. So muscles need warm-ups, relaxation drills. So they have everything in my course, and it's not expensive. I think it's $284. They can have all the videos there. At the end of this, they contact me and I go over with them if they need any help, if something is misunderstood or whatever. But they have all the drills there, and I would love them to do it because it's really good for the vocal cords.
Okay, amazing. So otherwise, there is thank you very much, Judy, for this talk, and good luck and everything. Okay, that's awesome. So my last question then, because we're coming up to an end, would be like, what are you working on right now? Like, what are you trying to create? What is important for you in the next 5-10 years?
Good. Now I'm working on creating an art center right here in Clearwater, where I am. So it's going to be all walks of life art, meaning singers, musicians, dancers, actors, I want to give families, you know, like the mom, she wants to dance ballet, the little girl wants to play drums, and the boy wants to play a saxophone. And I found out that art education is vital, You know, my mom, with her penny to penny, used to take me to ballet and wait. And then she used to take me to piano and then to flute. She gave me this education. And look, today I can actually go and help others. So send your kids to study. Don't force them, but you can show them, hey, you can play the piano, or you can play the guitar or the saxophone, whatever they want, or you can dance the ballet, or you can paint. This is so needed now. And I also advise to put good music at home, like constantly in my house. You know, I used to put good music like jazz, opera, classical, anything you like, even, you know, great Russian singers, but also in English. This is one of the ways to learn a language, is to hear the language. It's very easy to learn English while you know,
Sing, exactly.
singing English. Yes, exactly. Yeah. That's how I learned English. Exactly like that. Yeah.
I love your plans, Judy. This is amazing. I totally agree. Cultural education, this is also something which I thank my parents very much, because I mean, I think in Russia or Russian speaking countries, this is very strong. Like, people understand the value of culture. So, I mean, I did like 8 years in a music school, and it's not like a couple of days a week. It's like every day practice.
Wow.
You know, yeah, I play the piano, which I know.
Next time we meet, I want to hear you. You can't.
I know. I mean, I'm a bit rusty. You know, I need to go back to practice, but
yeah,
for sure. I mean, more and more recently, you know, I speak with people like you and great artists, singers, or people who play musical instruments, and it's just like rehabilitated the whole idea, you know, of playing.
Right.
I mean, I used to like to play so much. It's just at some point, there was, you know, like too much, I guess, too much demand, and it was too strict, and it was too demanding, I'd say. Like, it was at some point it stopped to be for communication, and it became like tests, you know, they're gonna test you, they're gonna see how good you are, you know, this kind of stuff, you see. So and I'm like, okay, I don't want that. So as a kid, I just said no. And it's
right
again, you know, like as we were talking today, it's never too late, right?
Nothing is too late. Trust me. I told you, I have this 87-year-old here. Nothing is too late. If you believe it, I actually would like to end with a song. May I?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
So it's by the great Puccini. You know, I teach the bel canto, which means beautiful singing. And the method is 200 years old. And it was made for opera singers because, you know, opera singers needs to. By the way, when I sing high, do you hear it? Is
sometimes
it going?
It's cutting sometimes, but we get
it. Because Zoom doesn't take the high notes. It doesn't like the high notes.
Yeah, I noticed.
So yeah, I wanted to sing the opera because it's from the opera Turandot. It's called Nessun dorma, which means no one is asleep. And at the end, he says, il mio mistero inchiuso in me, nessun saprà, no, su. Did you hear it?
We didn't hear the high ones, unfortunately.
The high one.
Cutting, but yeah,
it's unbelievable. It's no opera for Zoom.
Yeah.
But listen, Tanya, it was so important for me to talk today. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to talk with these beautiful people. Спасибо большое. And really, I'm honored, and I I hope I help in any way.
Absolutely, Judy. And I'm going to give you feedback, because we will collect feedback for some time. And we
Awesome.
appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining today. I see in the chat my audience inviting you with a concert to Moscow. Like, please come,
Yes.
come sing in Moscow.
Oh my God.
This
Yes.
is amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, I love your perfect voice. Thank you so much. Thanks so much for
Wow.
sharing your interesting ideas. Good luck with everything. Yeah, I see some very nice comments in the chat. So, and
Beautiful.
again, we will keep collecting, and if there are any questions, we let you know. But otherwise, we're going to post your links. I really, really appreciate with you coming today. With how busy you are, this is really a great opportunity, and we've been, you know, going back and forth for some time on the time. So I really appreciate that you found the time, and I'm looking forward to seeing you soon. So let's
come here with your husband.
We're coming shortly. We're coming shortly, and we're gonna see you, and and I'm gonna play, and I'm gonna sing, and we're gonna
beautiful grand piano waiting for you.
We're gonna have very nice time together. So I'm super excited about that. Thanks so much, Judy. I hope this interview started your day on a very, very good note. And
go, bye-bye, guys. Let's go.
Okay, Judy, nice to see you. Have a great day.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
All right, guys, thanks so much for being such a great audience. I mean, I'm overexcited all the time to bring my guests here, so you can share, you can actually listen to these amazing stories. Today the story was even like also very special, because I mean it shows how you can actually move mountains if you know what you want, right? You can move countries, you can move to another country. You can start doing something you haven't done before, and it's never too late to dream a dream, right? And change something for the better in your life. So I hope today's life was very useful to you. Continue with your English like we were talking today. Okay, if you need help with your English, please go ahead and sign for a free consultation. We're going to provide that. But otherwise, I see you soon, and have a nice evening. Okay.